15 proven tricks that turn women on instantly. Hey, and welcome back to a new video from the Life School YouTube channel. What turns women on? 15 traits to turn girls on sexually and emotionally. You may think you know what turns girls on, but the truth may surprise you. Every woman is different, so base yourself and learn the basics. Most guys think they know everything there is to know about what turns a girl on, sexually and in every other way. However, somewhere along the way, they find themselves losing their best girls to another guy. Why this? What's wrong? Basically, they had no idea what turned women on. The truth is, everyone is different, and what works for someone else won't work for someone else. Despite this, there are very common factors that help keep a girl hooked. As you can see, being horny does not necessarily mean sexual. They can be activated by what you want to say. You may turn her on mentally and make her want to know more. It's a complete package, and it's something few men seem to understand. If you want to impress a girl and keep her interested in you, whether it's your first conversation or your 10th, there are a few things you need to know and follow. Why are men and women different in the bedroom? This may be obvious to you because, well, there are different parties involved. However, the difference is actually more psychological than physical. While men are more stimulated by visuals, women tend to be more sensitive to touch and emotions. Girls are turned on by what they feel, more emotionally than stripping and undressing. This is usually where most guys run into trouble simply because they don't understand the difference between what makes a woman hot and what's in the mood. Guys are simple. Look at a pretty face, a sexy body, and a warm smile, and she's already halfway to becoming a guy's dream girl. With women, it's hard. You can be the most dazzling gentleman this side of the globe, but if there's no spark, it's off limits. What excites girls more than anything else? The secrets women and men need to know. Remember that every woman is different. What works for one may not work for another. But, overall, this list gives you an overview of the things most women care about. It can be sexual, mental, emotional, or in any other way. 1. This masculine musky scent. Smelling that familiar scent on our man turns us on in a flash. However, it doesn't have to be that particular scent. It could be the smell of your mouthwash when you show up or your aftershave waving at us. As long as you feel you have a good sense of personal hygiene, it's an instant activation. 2. Blind smile. They say love makes you blind. Then having a dazzling smile is definitely a way to swoon your woman to fall in love with you. You don't need perfect teeth. Some girly hearts will still break if she smiles a smile or two. Keeping your teeth clean, your breath fresh, and your smile will go a long way. 3. Suit. There's just something about a guy who can pull off a nice suit. However, it doesn't have to be a combination. A guy who can pull off a t-shirt and shorts and still look glowing is just as hot as a guy in a suit. The trick is knowing how to dress appropriately. After all, a suit won't do you any good if you're going to spend the day at the beach or on a boat at sea. 4. A sexy accent. Nobody can resist a guy with a foreign accent. Whether French, Scottish, or with a good southern accent, there is something alluring and different about the accent that makes most women hot under the collar. 5. Bookworm. There's just something about men reading books that turns women on. Some women prefer men who read books over reading devices, while others don't. As long as you read, you are sure to attract women who love their men intelligently. 6. Passion. Men with burning bellies are men who crave something worthwhile. And we don't mean drinking whiskey. If you're passionate about the little things, women will imagine you as passionate about the big things. There's nothing more exciting than a guy volunteering at a soup kitchen, or someone teaching neighborhood kids on weekends how to throw a ball. 7. Talent. Women get excited like birds when they see their man show off their dancing skills or sing a song. You may not be the star quarterback or basketball player, but if you can play the electric guitar or beat the drums, women will definitely be lining up to meet you. 8. A sense of humor. Nothing turns an ordinary guy into the man of his dreams more than a few moments of happiness. It could be something you did, a joke you shared, or a funny story that warms a woman's heart. If his cheeks are flushed with laughter and his eyes are sparkling with pleasure, you're halfway to his heart and down his pants. 9 compliments. Make her feel good by acknowledging or praising her. Be sure to give her a smile and a wink, she'll love it. Whatever praise you give, as long as it is sincere and comes from your heart, you will appreciate every word of it. 10 real talk. Women like guys who can have real conversations that aren't just meant to get them in trouble. Find out what she likes, what you have in common, and talk to her honestly. It's one of the biggest turns on girls. That makes her feel recognized and heard, rather than just bringing her right into the bedroom. Don't rush to turn them on. Why not talk about your interests when you never know? You can find common ground. 11 Listen to it. Women like to feel important, so you make her your only focus when you're together. Be aware of what you are saying and be realistic about it. No woman wants to come into the bedroom with you if you barely hear a word you say, even if she was physically intimate with you. That wouldn't be explicit. And you wouldn't want that, would you? Practice careful listening, as this is one of the must-have turns for girls. 12 Work together. Working together is one of the biggest turns for girls that often gets overlooked. When you train with your partner, you both take it to the next level without being sexual. It also gives her a good view of your body, and she positively associates you with the feel good endorphins of your workout. Women like productive activities, so doing it together is very satisfying for her. 13 Playing with her hair. If you want something physical but innocent, touch her hair. Run a strand behind her ear, or even imagine pulling stuff out of her strands of hair. You know that scene in movies where a guy is always touching her hair in a romantic setting? That's because it's a non-sexual turn. That makes her feel appreciated. 14 Chivalry. Show him that chivalry is not dead, and that you are a brave example. Make her comfort, safety, and security your priority when you're together, or even when you're apart. Just because you want to sleep with her doesn't mean you can't show her your soul and respect. Show her what sets you apart from the other guys you sleep with. That's how you turn the tide. 15 Sweet and innocent touches. While we're talking about non-sexual advances on girls here, touching can affect girls' physical, emotional, and mental aspects. Especially when love language has physical contact. It can make her feel loved and turn her on at the same time. Whether guiding her to the car or helping her, make sure you have physical contact, or touch her in the right places. Her waist, lower back, elbows, around her shoulders, or her hand. But be sure to read his body language. If she seems uncomfortable, walk away. Now you know what turns women on. Mark these tips off your list, and you'll soon notice your love life improving. If you thought you knew what turned the girl on, you probably think differently now. It's not just about the obvious stuff. It goes way beyond that. To be a cool guy who can turn any woman on, no matter where she is, in bed or on the street. Just follow these tips on what turns a girl on, and you will definitely make an impression on her and make her want to. No time. If you like this video, share with friends and family. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.